Hello everyone, this is Vahita, Assistant Professor of MCA Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I'm here to explain a few topics of the subject MC4205 Cybersecurity. Here we are going to see best practices and the standards and the plan of action from the Unit 1. First, let us know what is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the most important factor to safeguard the data of an organization. Even if it is a small scale or the large scale company, everyone has to ensure that the company's data should be safe and secure. So, the cybersecurity is the practice of safeguarding the computers, servers, networks, electronic systems, mobile phones, and especially the data from malicious attacks. To keep an eye on the confidential data, the companies are investing more in cybersecurity to eliminate the risk of the data breach. A cyber attack can from any means from inside your company or from an external source. The best practices to secure your data are: enable the best firewall protection. The use of firewall protection for the company network is the best way to prevent cyber attacks. The firewall prevents unauthorized users from accessing their websites, emails, and other sources of information that can be accessed through the web. It is also important to get installed the firewall software for an employee who is working with the company website. Update your security software. Ensure your security software, web server, and operating system to keep updated with the latest versions. The antivirus and anti-malware protections are revised to achieve the target to fight against the security breaches. It is essential to install the updated security software on all your devices and the network so that it helps to protect from the latest cyber threats. Enforce strong and safe password. It is important to handle the unique and complex password that can help to avoid the cyber thieves from accessing the company information. We all know a strong password contains 10 characters including the numbers, symbols, lowercase and uppercase, but the thing is to change the password regularly. This helps to avoid the hackers to access the data. Use multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication helps to protect the data by adding an extra layer of security to the data that helps to avoid the hackers to authenticate. Even if the hacker grabs your password, they would be required to cross the second or the third factor of authentication such as security code, OTP, fingerprint, voice recognition, like more. Plan of action. The plan implementation required support from the senior management, system users, maintenance, personnel, support staff, and system and equipment vendors. The four phases of security program are: the phase 1, the security plan awareness, establishment of a security team, and the risk assessment funding. The phase 2, risk assessment and security plan funding. Phase 3, security plan development and security countermeasures. Phase 4, implementation of security plan measures and maintenance plan. The phase 1 will accommodate the security program. Key activities based on the best practices for this phase include the ensuring active executive sponsorship of each stage of planning, deploying, and monitoring the cybersecurity efforts, which is critical to success of the efforts. Assigning the responsibility for cybersecurity risk management to a senior manager so that the risk mitigation, resource allocation decisions, and policy enforcement all roll up to a clearly defined executive with the requisite authority. Defining the systems and critical cyber assets that need to be secured along with their classification, example operational systems, payment systems, confidential information, to assist in making informed decisions about risk. The 6 steps in developing your cybersecurity action plan are: conduct an inventory of all data you have. Once you have identified your data, keep a record of its location and move it more appropriate locations as needed. Then develop a privacy policy, protect data collected on the internet, create the layers of security, plan for data loss or theft. The first step is conduct an inventory of all the data. So what kind of data you have in your business? maybe customer data, employee information, proprietary and sensitive business information. Second one is how is that data handled and protected? Where is the data stored? What happens when the data is used or moved to a different location? And third one is who has access to that data? Who has rights to access that data? How will the access privileges be managed? The second step here is keep a record of where the data is located. Record the location of data. Keep in mind that the same data could be located in more than one location. Location could include the local or desktop computer, central file server, cloud, mobile devices such as USB memory stick, smartphones. Third one, they consider moving it to an appropriate location. Third one is to develop a privacy policy. Your privacy policy is a pledge to your customers that you will use and protect their information in the ways that they expect and adhere to legal obligations. Create your privacy policy with care. Growing number of regulations protect the customer and employee privacy. There are costly penalties if you do not comply. You will be held accountable for what you claim and offer in your policy. Share your policy, rules and expectations with all the employees. There is a growing trend to the post privacy policies on company websites. Policy should address the following types of data: personal identifiable information, personal health information and customer information. The step 4 is protect the data collected on the internet. Your website can be a great place to collect information, but that comes with a responsibility to protect that data. The data collected may include the transactions and payment information, newsletter signups, online inquiries, customer requests or orders. The data collected from the websites can be stored in different places. When you host your own website, it may be stored in your own servers. When hosted by the third party, be sure that the party protects the data fully. That protection includes the protection from hackers and outsiders and employees of the hosting company page. The fifth step is create layers of security. The idea of layering security is simple, so you cannot and should not rely on just one security mechanism such as password to protect something sensitive. If the security mechanism fails, you have nothing left to protect you. Classify your data that is highly confidential, sensitive, internal use only. The control access to your data, secure your data, passwords, random, complex and long encryption. Back up your data, put a policy in place that specify the data is backed up, how often, who is responsible and how and where backups are stored and who has the access. The physical media used to store the data is vulnerable, so make sure it is encrypted. The step 6 is plan for data recovery after a loss or theft. Plan for the unexpected, including the loss or theft of data. Be prepared for a rapid and coordinated response to any loss or theft of data. Employees and contractors should understand that they should report any loss or theft to the appropriate company official. Test your data recovery from backup systems on a regular basis. Thank you.